You're now live.
Okay, great. Hi, and welcome to our Peace of Mind head check before the holidays. We're going to do this live so that people can see what we're doing, and they're going to be able to hear that, so you might want to turn the volume down. Thank you to Liv for being our volunteer today, and we're going to show you how to do a Peace of Mind head check. This works on long hair and short hair. The long hair version, you're just making like a ponytail. The short hair version, it's like a pompadour, like on Elvis when it's all slicked back. If the hair naturally grows forward, you don't want to pull that hair all the way back. So you want to maybe go to the side and forward the way it grows. Okay, so this is a great time. This is a great thing to do after a bath or a shower because you want to start with damp hair. So after you wash your hair and you want to put some detangling spray in and get out all the tangles, a head check done right with a knit comb does not hurt. I'm using our detangling spray. It's the best detangling spray, and we developed it in the salon to make sure that our time is money for us, so we're detangling a lot of knots. We want to make sure that they're done quickly, and this detangler is truly the best, as you can see. Any tangles, like the big ones that land right back here, you want to hit them with really good detangling, like a lot, and then you want to comb from the bottom and work your way up. That's how you get rid of tangles. If you comb from the top, you're going to tighten the tangle, but maybe that'll be another really good head check for us to do. Okay, so we're going to start. If you're following along with me, you want to make sure you have damp and detangled hair, and you want to comb it all back so it's in a nice low ponytail. All right, and if it's long hair, just comb it all back, or if the hair, like I said earlier, is growing forward, just comb it. If it grows forward, comb it to the side maybe for the first pass, and then straight forward for the second. You'll see what I mean. And we want to make sure that there's some leave-in conditioner on the hair so that it helps the comb to glide through. So you want to take your knit comb, and this is a knit-free Terminator comb. And what you want to do is start at the center part, and you want to comb straight back all the way to your hand. So my hand is holding the hair just below the crown, okay? Now, if you come up here and you see I was right here, and here's my line. I want to overlap the comb and come back down to my hand. Now, the key to this process is that we are keeping the teeth on the comb, the head, the whole time, and you want it to be at an angle like this, okay? If it's too up and down like this, you're not getting enough hair in there. And if it's too flat, you can get stuck. If you do get stuck, lift the handle and pull it through that way, and it'll come right out. But for us, we want it at a good angle, and all you're doing is you just keep combing, and you comb from the hairline to that center part and pull the comb all the way down. Now, here's the hairline on the side, and it goes, here, I'll turn the chair a little bit so you can see, and it goes from the hairline to that center crown again. And we're going to do one more swipe up from the hairline to that center crown. And now I'm going to take my comb, and I have this is a Selecta-size, and then we fold it in half. And I'm going to, what I call pinch clean the comb. You want to kind of hold the whole comb in your hand and pull the comb out. And we're going to examine, and all of this is just fuzz balls and stuff like that. We'll show you in a minute what we're actually looking for, but none of this is lice. You find stuff in hair. Not everything is lice or nits. If it's lice, obviously, it's going to start to crawl away. So that's obvious if it's moving. If it's a fuzz ball, we joke and we call them thread bugs. fuzzballs can absolutely look like bugs, but they're not. If you find on your paper towel stuff that you're not sure what you're looking at, then you can take a picture of it, make sure it's clear, and text it to our hotline 610-324-5661, and I will look at it and either let you off the hook or let you know that you have the sweetest person that you're checking in the world, because only the sweetest people get lice. All right, so we'll talk about that in a second. But let's go back. So you're basically going to check the head in 3 sections, and the first section was from the top to behind the first ear. Okay? Now we're going to start right where we ended, and we're coming underneath. Still keeping the comb on the scalp. I'm kind of scooping it up and coming up, and still combing towards that center part. And see, I'm still on an angle. Now I'm going to clean the comb again. So we're basically going to comb the head in 3 sections. Here we go. And we're examining here, and I don't see anything concerning at all. So way to go, Liv. And now we're going to come back up one more time to the top. We're starting right where we left off, and we're combing back up to the top. And see how I'm overlapping? I was right there. I just keep overlapping, keeping the angle of the comb. And when we get back up to the top, one thing to remember, if you look at the comb while you're combing, or you look at the hair while you're combing, you will drive yourself bonkers, because you will find stuff on the comb and you will see stuff on the hair. That's dandruff. That could be shampoo that wasn't rinsed out, or product, but it's not. You don't want to look at the comb, because all of the dandruff and shampoo and product that's in the hair, that's white or off-white, and that's why we use a white paper towel, because that stuff disappears on the paper towel. Lice and nits are brown, so they will show up. So don't look at the hair and don't look at the comb while you're combing. Trust the process and check the paper towel and look at the paper towel for the evidence. All right, so we're almost done our peace of mind head check. And I call it peace of mind because as we go around the head, remember we're cleaning it 3 times. And those 3 times, when you're able to do it in this way where you're combing straight back, you're cleaning the combs at the point of the peace sign. So you start here and you comb to behind the first ear. That's the first line. Then, and one thing I did not mention is when you do the back part, you want to pull the hair out and away so that you can get the comb in. If the hair is too flat against the head, it's hard to get the comb, really wedged into the hair, which I'll show you in a second. But this is our last swipe, and we're good. We are good. I'm going to show you in a second what we're looking for, but when you do this back part, you want to pull the hair out and away so you get the comb wedged in, okay? Now this, you really want to be gentle on the scalp. How's that feel, Liv?
Good.
Does that feel good?
Yeah.
If you're combing somebody and they say, ouch, ouch, that hurts, you're pushing too hard, that means that you're pushing too hard. You don't need, all it is a very gentle swipe with the teeth on the scalp. You want to make sure it's on there, but you don't have to push down too hard. You do want to push through the hair, so it does take some practice. But when people are new at this, and I like to say this in the salon, because I want to teach the people that are being checked what it should feel like. So you want to feel the teeth on the scalp. Like I said, it's not supposed to be too hard. But when somebody is new at this, here, show this, Jordy. When somebody is new at this, they are very conscious of getting the comb on the scalp, and then they lift off the scalp, and then they think coming through the hair is good enough. The key is anything close to the scalp. So we want to make sure we're keeping the comb on the scalp. So we're not putting it on and then lifting off. We're getting it on there good and staying right on the scalp. All right. So basically, that is a Peace of Mind ponytail head check. I hope that was helpful. This is actually what we look for. Here's one of our sample cards, which we'll try and post as an image. But these are what knits look like. And this is a background, a white background. It's a little shiny, so it might be hard to see. But the knits are brown and they're uniform in shape. And that basically is what we're looking for. The reason we want to do a combing head check and this Peace of Mind head check is so valuable because you want to find a case of lice before it finds you. And a case of lice that finds you is one of a few ways. If the person is itchy, and by the way, it can take a very long time for a person to develop the allergic reaction that makes somebody itchy. So you don't want to wait for that, because by the time the person might be itchy, they could be already contagious for 3 weeks. You also want to make sure that you're not waiting for somebody to communicate, because people don't communicate that they have lice. And I understand it's hard to tell people, and I understand certain circumstances where people don't. But even if it's anonymous, please communicate, because if people don't know to check, then they're waiting until they're itchy, and then they could be contagious and give it right back to you. So one of the key things about lice control, and this is the Center for Lice Control, so this is what it is all about. The key thing to lice control is finding a case of lice early when there's only a little bit of activity. And the only real good and consistent way to do that is through a combing head check. If you're looking for lice, you're going to find dandruff, you're going to find all kinds of stuff. You want to find it when maybe there's only 10 knits. And in an entire head of hair to find 10 knits, that's like, the odds are really against you. So if you are going to rely on a visual head check and you don't have a knit comb, then you want to really check at least once a week. If you do have a knit comb and you want to check, I recommend every other week doing a head check if you're in elementary or middle school. If you're in high school, you can kind of take a break and only check once a month, unless you have besties that have little siblings that are in elementary school, or if you babysit. So I think if anybody has any questions, please post them in the comments and we will answer them. Please share this. This is a great way to communicate that you want the people around you to be proactive about checking for lice. That's lice control, instead of waiting for somebody that has it. Our kit we sell in local pharmacies. We also sell it on Amazon and Walmart.com. It has everything that I use in the salon to check and treat. So you have everything to be proactive and then reactive if you do have it. And here's our QR code that shows you everything, how to do it. And as we make more of these videos, we're going to add that to the QR code. And the kit has, if you do find it, this kit has at least 4 treatments in just this kit. So you really could take care of one person or multiple people for the kit, with the kit, which is $44. So it's a really good deal. And it's safe and it's non-toxic. So that's it. So I hope this was helpful. And if there's any more things that you want to learn about lice, we are doing our Monday lice advice, and we'll bring you more live reels. And thanks for joining us. Bye.